My credit score sits above 800, and I'm under 524, but Chase denied me anyway. And then they denied me again. This is the ultimate guide to beating the Chase reconsideration line when they tell you your credit limit is too high. I went and applied for a 7th card from Chase, a Chase Inc. Business Cash. The Chase Inc. Business Cash card is a no annual fee card that earns UR points. When you have access to a Sapphire Preferred, Reserve, or an Inc. Preferred card, you can take those points and spin them out to transfer partners. While the Business Cash earns 5% back at office supply stores and on internet, cable, and phone services, my main concern was the elevated welcome offer of $900, which I'd receive as 90,000 UR points. So I applied, and I was denied. It's an instant deflation. I've been denied for a couple of cards before, and it hurts every time. Normally, I call for reconsideration as soon as possible, but for the first time ever, I decided to be patient and wait for the official denial letter. That letter outlines the denial reasons. I got my letter and I looked at it, and honestly, those 3 reasons told me I had a real battle ahead. 1. Too many new accounts. That's the nod to 524. 2. Business too new. This is a common issue for side hustle business cards. C. Total available credit on credit cards is too high. This was the killer reason that truly showed that Chase is getting a little uneasy with my credit profile. So it was time to pick up the phone. Chase has a dedicated reconsideration line. Actually, they have 2 of them, one for personal cards and one for business cards. I'll throw the numbers down here. These are the numbers to call if you're looking to appeal a denial. The first person you speak to will confirm your application and your denial. Then they're going to give you the reasons for the denial. Now this is when you ask for your application to be reconsidered. But the only item this rep is going to be able to address is the 524 rule. With so many cards, and Nicole and I now have 24 cards between us, it is hard to keep track of everything. So to help, I keep a spreadsheet that has all the cards on it and includes approval dates. So I knew I had only opened 3 cards in the last 2 years. But where I get tripped up, or rather where Chase gets tripped up, is that Nicole and I are usually authorized users on each other's cards. So once the rep verified that I had only opened 3 cards, I was actually transferred to an Underwriter. And here, I had won the first battle. But this is also where the real fight began. The Underwriter wasn't interested in simple math. They're interested in risk. And I still had 2 major red flags on my file. Business too new, total available credit on credit cards is too high. When the Underwriter came on the line, I was polite but firm and confident. And then the grilling began. She opened with questions about the business. What do I do? Content creation. What type? YouTube videos. What type? Credit card videos. I did feel a little awkward answering that one. And she kept going from there. Age of the business, years of experience, last year's revenue, this year's expected revenue, purpose of the card, household income. Then I was put on hold. She came back with a decision. Denied. Total available credit on credit cards is too high. I couldn't get past the last obstacle, but I had one more card to play. I said, what if we shifted some of my existing credit to this new line? And then I held my breath. Thankfully, I didn't have to hold it for too long. She was able to give me an answer pretty quickly. Denied again. Even after winning the first battle, even after giving the Underwriter my entire business's financial history, and even after offering a clear solution, credit reallocation, it was still a no. Most people would fold here. I had spoken with 2 reps and gotten 2 solid denials on my record. The official word was final. But there are 2 secrets you need to know about the reconsideration line. You have 30 days from the time you apply before anything is really final, and it's not over until you stop calling. Analysts and underwriters are human. They have different risk tolerances, and they have different ways of interpreting the same data. I had to try at least one more time. And the underwriter I spoke with may have given me a hint. Now, underwriters are going to be quick to tell you that they are not credit advisors. They will tell you the response, they will tell you the reasons, but they will not offer opinions or offer advice about your situation. But I did ask one last question before that conversation ended. Is my personal credit availability a factor in my business credit approval? The answer was yes. So before I called back, I took a look at what my total available credit with Chase was. With my 4 personal cards from Chase, I had access to $90,000 of credit. My business cards had another $16,000. My total available credit was $106,000, and even I had to admit, that was a lot of available credit. That one question, is my personal credit availability a factor in my business credit approval, was the game changer. The first underwriter denied my application, but in doing so, they gave me my final clue. My total credit availability with Chase was $106,000. That's 4 personal cards with $90,000 and 2 business cards with $16,000. Even with an 800 plus credit score, that number screams risk to any banker. So I took a risk. I called Chase back, but I didn't call the reconsideration line. I spoke with customer service and asked to reduce the credit limits on all my credit cards. We went one by one, and when we were done, I had reduced my available credit by $57,000. I was ready to call the reconsideration line one more time. I still had to speak with that first rep, the gatekeeper, who told me that my application was indeed eligible for reconsideration. Then I was transferred to another underwriter. I had reached the final boss. This time there were fewer questions. I remained polite and confident, even when I told her I made YouTube videos about credit cards. She put me on hold with one final question. Would I be willing to move existing credit to open this new card? Yes I would. I think this hold was actually shorter than the last one, but it certainly felt longer, because after this, I didn't have any of the cards to play. Then I heard her pick up the line again, and she told me, "Congratulations." She might have said something after that, but I don't remember. I said thank you, and we ended our call. I was victorious. After 3 phone calls, 2 official denials, 2 different underwriters, and reducing my credit limit by $57,000, I was approved for the Chase Inc. Business Cash. The underwriter confirmed they were able to issue the card. They moved a small amount of credit, less than I even offered, to finalize the new line. But the real victory was clearing that total available credit too high hurdle by sacrificing that massive chunk of my personal credit limit beforehand. So what are the massive takeaways from this grueling process? Because this wasn't just about getting a card. It was about learning how Chase really thinks about its best customers. The 30-day rule is your safety window. If you know you're deserving, don't stop calling after the first denial. The analysts are human. Risk tolerances vary. Getting a different underwriter can completely change your outcome. The biggest revelation was that my personal credit availability directly impacted my business card approval. If you're denied for total available credit is too high, don't just shift credit on your business cards. Look at the full picture, the $106,000 picture, and be willing to make a significant cut on your high-limit personal cards before you call back. Solve the bank's risk problem for them, and the approval becomes easy. That's the story of how I successfully went from denial to approval for my 7th Chase card, securing that valuable 90,000 point welcome offer. Have you ever had to fight this hard for a card? Did you have to cut a personal limit to get a business card? Let me know your own reconsideration stories in the comments below. If you found this battle plan helpful, please gently press that like button and subscribe for more deep dive credit card strategies. Chase isn't the only issuer with lucrative offers on their business cards. Check out this video here to learn more about American Express's Refresh the Business Platinum card. Did the big dog stay on top? As always, thanks for spending a little of your time with me, and until next time, safe travels.